Every company provides a product or a service to its customers and clients. Regardless of the type of company involved, costs are associated with the products and services produced and sold. And it isn't any different at Northern Lights Custom Cabinets that is located in Anchorage, Alaska. The company manufactures and sells custom-ordered kitchen and bathroom cabinets, primarily to building contractors and occasionally to homeowners. Considering that the company has been in business only for a few years, the management has to accurately determine the cost of goods manufactured to stay in business. To take care of this, the Engineering and Design Division is involved in the design phase of all custom cabinet jobs and strives to minimize the costs of production without sacrificing quality. Once the design phase of each cabinet job is complete, the materials must be ordered and stored in the raw materials warehouse until needed for the job, and then moved to the production area. Based on the plans of the Engineering and Design Division, the production of custom cabinets is a smooth process, but a labor-intensive one of cutting the wood into the required pieces that are then numbered and bundled for each particular section of the cabinet job. It is after the cutting is complete that the bundles are moved to the assembly area, where the cabinets are constructed with the use of glue and wood dowels. The assembled cabinets are then moved to the finish area, where they are finished and stored for delivery. And to stay on top in the business, Northern Lights has realized the importance of determining the cost of objects produced through various inventory accounts as the product progresses towards eventual completion and sale. So, the company hires a diligent cost accountant to record the inflows and outflows of its inventories using the cost of goods sold model to track the costs from the accounting year of 2011. With the company acquiring raw materials costing $10,000 on hand and purchasing an additional $40,000 of raw materials during the year, it is left with $50,000 of raw materials available for use during the year. These costs of the raw materials stored in the warehouse are included in the raw materials inventory account. And when the raw materials are moved to the factory, the raw material costs move to a work-in-process inventory account, as it is normal to accumulate inventories of partially completed products. Any raw materials not used during the year remain in the raw materials inventory account. Therefore, Northern Lights has $5,000 worth of raw materials ending inventory at the end of the year. The raw materials used in production equals $45,000. The direct labor costs of $65,000 incurred on the factory workers who worked on the cabinets, that is, the cost of workers, is added to the raw material cost in the WIP inventory count. Likewise, the manufacturing overhead costs of $85,000 on machine costs, rent, depreciation, and so forth that are incurred are also added to the WIP account. And as long as each set of cabinets remains in the factory, the costs associated with them are recorded in the WIP account. Therefore, at the beginning of 2011, Northern Lights has $15,000 worth of unfinished cabinets that were started in 2010 but completed in early 2011. However, the company got even further behind in 2011, resulting in $20,000 worth of cabinets being partially finished at the end of the year. Thus, the cost of cabinets manufactured in 2011 and transferred to finished goods was $190,000. But Northern Lights had a beginning inventory of finished goods costing $30,000 that were not delivered to customers by the end of 2010, and the cost of goods manufactured was $190,000. It was also noted that at the end of 2011, the company had $5,000 worth of cabinets that were finished but not sold. Therefore, the cost of cabinets sold during 2011 was $215,000. And it is when a cabinet is sold that the accumulated costs in the finished goods inventory account are moved to the cost of goods sold account. To sum up, the cost flows in Northern Lights Custom Cabinets progresses from the raw material storeroom to WIP inventory, from WIP inventory to finished goods inventory, and from finished goods inventory to cost of goods sold. This systematic cost of goods sold model by the accountant has helped in preparing the schedule of cost of goods manufactured and a schedule of cost of goods sold, along with the income statement based on the sales of $500,000 custom cabinets and selling and administrative expenses of $175,000 for the year ended December 31, 2011. Adopting this model has helped Northern Lights determine its sales price or product profitability, have a tight budget, and conduct appropriate evaluations to bolster its prospects of selling its custom cabinets.